pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I'll call the meeting to
love that.
order. We have a quorum. We have one item, well, we have board business, but we have one continued conditional use permit application. I understand that we have a request for a continuance.
That's correct. They've requested to continue to the March 5th meeting.
I'll make
Okay.
a motion to continue that to the March 5th meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Easy.
Application fees.
Yes, so, and I know Charlie won't like this, but, so Stratford Regional has gone up just a little bit, but I think that we might want to increase our professional fee service on our application fees, because it may not cover, like right now we have, I wanna say $150 professional fee.
So what?
So I'd like to- I think-
When do we charge that? On all applications?
Yes.
So any application?
Any application gets charged that, and that amount goes into an escrow account.
Okay, is that all commercial or like for this conditional use
For this
permit?
conditional use permit.
So if they use the 50, the 150, do they get charged for if you have to, like, let's just say that you end up with 50 abutters that you have to, and it costs more than 150 to send out the mailing, does
That's
it cost?
separate. They
Oh, I
pay
see.
for abutters separate. The $150 professional fee is just for Jen's consulting, doing this notice of decision and staff notes. But if we have a big case, it's rare in the past that they've used more than 150. But now that the fee has gone up for Stratford Regional, I think it went up $5.
Only $5 an hour. You still get a
Right.
significantly discounted rate.
Right.
$5 an hour. I
In
wish I
fact,
could raise like
you-
that.
you- we eat about $30 an hour.
Travel time?
So I don't
my
want to
billable is
see,
much higher than we charge.
if we don't use it all, the applicant gets it back.
You have a surplus in that account?
But I just don't want to see us
Okay, so
going,
what would you suggest?
I was thinking upping at $25 per application.
$175
Holy
just
mackerel.
to do something?
Well,
What
what-
the hell?
I
Well, you want that
I
to come out of
understand,
the town?
everything goes up.
Yeah.
I get it.
Does that escrow account have a balance?
So
do
once,
we end up
once
eating
the
it?
notice
It's
of
specific
decision.
to each case,
Right,
too.
and once the notice of decision is issued and I get a bill from Stratford Regional, I deduct it from that account, and if there's a balance, that money gets returned to,
So each
the applicant.
Each application gets a separate
Yep.
account.
Okay.
right.
And they get it
That
back.
isn't.
And they
all-
get it back.
And they get it back.
I
So-
get that, that's
And I
fine.
do that on a monthly basis, so, you know, we're not holding anybody's money for,
Why did Stratford go up?
Costs go up, Charlie.
Just-
Everything goes up.
I didn't go up.
They're in
Sure,
such high
I'll
demand.
say- no, I can. So, putting on my executive director hat of the organization, so we have 5 communities that we do contract services like this for. You guys you're our smallest. So Wakefield, Farmington, we do contracts actually 80,000 for Farmington. It's basically a half-time position, and so essentially what gets captured in that billable rate is it's direct salaries plus all fringe and overhead. It's for us, in theory, we should break even because we don't charge a profit. When we charge for services, we only do cost. But for the contract services for planning board and zoning board support, we tend to do a flat rate, and typically we look at all of our contracts and try and make it so that it's a flat rate across that averages out, so we break even across all of the contracts. So like there are other communities that may have someone who is more junior and their rate is lower than their actual is lower than what we're billing. So for example, my hourly billable rate is 118 an hour, but we were charging 80, we went up to 85. So again, it's trying to keep all of our contracts so that we're breaking even, and not eating the loss.
So the planning board meetings are contracted?
So we don't do this for every community. We only
So we pay like yearly or twice a year?
we bill monthly based on actual costs.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's part of it. So like when we send the bill to Amber and Michelle and Dino, we break it out so that they can see what portion of it is attributable to individual applications that you've had. And so for each application, we track our hours at 15-minute increments, so that, we're not costing the applicant, excessive amounts as well as the town. And then, so that there's the applicant part and then there's the town part on each of those invoices.
No, very good. No, I mean, I can't imagine what $25 would do, as in, it doesn't even give you another hour.
Yes, it does.
$25?
No. Oh, it rounds
It's a
you
quarter
up to give you the
almost.
full 2 hours on one. So I can give you kind of like some examples. So most cases that you have, I'm fast. I'm faster than most of the staff, which is why you guys get me.
What happens when you do the warrants?
That is all that's not applicant. That comes out of town
Okay.
town dollars. Yeah. But for most applications, I've got my last year and this year so far. Most applications are like 45 minutes to an hour and a half is the majority of them. For the amount of time that I put into doing the review, putting together the notes, maybe the hearing, and I usually try and write the notice of decision while I'm in the hearing so that it's
All right, so
Reducing the time.
I'm okay with that,
Yeah.
as a board member.
When was-
Everything's fine, but my question is what bothers me, and believe me, don't take this on a personal different, is why is she here tonight?
I actually am.
If
I
this is
told-
canceled.
No.
And we have nothing.
Yeah,
we're-
I'm not charging you for tonight. You know
That's
why I'm
fine,
here?
that's beautiful,
Because I
but-
need to trap Josh and get some information from for something totally separate that I'm working on. So I wasn't planning to bill you to be here tonight.
And
I
that's
came
my
so
thing,
I
you
can
know what I'm
catch
saying?
him.
I
Yeah.
believe that
Yeah.
we have her, because
Yeah.
it's very important when you get into these things.
Right.
But tonight could have been a decision that this board can make on its own.
100%. And I had already called Amber and discussed that. I was like, all right, I might not come, but actually I need to catch Josh. So I think I'm just going to come for that.
And don't take that wrong.
you're right.
The professionalism is, you need that in this kind of
100%.
process, because you could get yourself in trouble or whatever. I get that. But
You
I'm
guys
just
just have
saying,
a
there's a
lot on
lot
your
of
agendas.
things, that I believe we as a town don't always need I
Yeah.
don't say outsider meaning I just believe that can make these decisions because we're good common people
Yeah.
to make common senses. So that's all. And I don't care, but that the
And-
$25, it goes back to the applicant if they don't spend it,
Yeah.
or he gets billed for, or she gets billed for it if they spend more.
Yeah.
So
I will say for the
No.
when I'm writing a
The only
notice of
time that happens is if we decide we need, it's mostly on commercial, industrial.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can provide some expertise
Mm-hmm.
that they need to investigate something.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not part of
do
what
you
they.
do we bill them more,
Yes.
the applicant?
Right.
Does the
I've never had that happen, so I don't know.
We require.
But if something
yeah.
was crazy,
Yeah.
like maybe with that thing up on the highway, that would have been a lot.
Yes.
That could have cost a lot more, and I get that.
And any outside expert, including the regional planning people.
You charge the applicant.
The applicant pays for it.
Even if
And we
they
tell them
exceed the
upfront how much
escrow?
it's gonna
Yeah.
cost.
They
Yeah,
exceed
you
the
should-
what
escrow.
they're
Oh, I
gonna
didn't
do.
You
know
should send
that.
them an additional
They get-
invoice.
Oh,
Yeah,
didn't
they
know
should
that.
replenish their
Probably
escrow.
couldn't bring in somebody to do
And
what
if you have
Jen does.
engineering, yes.
But we might hire an engineering
When,
firm.
when
They
was
say,
the
"Well,
last
I
time
got
the
a
fee
different
was
engineering firm."
updated?
Okay, if yours
I
is
don't
just as
know.
good, and they're gonna
Not
be
while I've been
independent, and
So
fine.
it's
Makes
quite some
sense.
time.
And
No,
I've
it's all
only
good.
been doing it a couple
Yeah.
of years, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, that's long enough.
Yeah.
Couple of years without a rate increase.
So,
No, that's all good.
I will say on some of the easy applications, my preference, even if I have nothing really to like contribute, is if I have to write the notice of decision, it is easier for me to be here so I can accurately hear the conversation and write that. And you'll see me when I'm just like focused on my computer, I'm writing that notice of decision based on like the conversation.
Know that I do
And
not
then
not
it's-
notice the intelligence
and
part of this.
And then at the end of that evening, I literally email it to Amber and it's done. So I don't have to like log on, find the recording and do that. So it's actually faster
Yep.
and cheaper for me to just show up and
No,
do it that
and
way.
that's fine.
I think it's a huge help for the house bills. Seeing how
Those are
they've been
fun,
going
though.
absurdly insane with house bills. But back to, so applicant wants a chicken coop and they have to pay $150 right now for an application fee?
If
For-
they have to come in front of the planning board.
they have a professional service fee
Okay,
on top of the application fee,
okay. So what does the average cost on something like that?
$400 to $500.
Jeez.
I would say my
The
time
chicken
for those
costs
little
$2.
ones, I probably put in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
no, I understand.
it's
I go through it
I should
all
say
the
3 to
time.
5 because it depends on how many abutters
You-
they have.
But that's all of the.
Yeah,
all
that's
the
everything.
notices
That's
that-
everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Not just the
Oh,
planning
yeah,
review.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm like I said, I'm doing 3 of them right now in town of Wolfboro. I get it. You know, I know how,
oh,
what
you're
it
working with my
takes.
friend Shanna.
Yes, yeah, and I've had these conversations with her. And it's wonderful. You're very intelligent. You need you for lots of these things. But I'm just one of those guys that think that common sense can overrule that, and we make our own decision. This is our town. We don't need someone to tell us what we can have and what we can't. But if there's an RSA and you got to follow a law, I need to know that because I don't know how to read the book.
All I do is I follow your zoning, your subdivision, your site plan.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
No, and you know it, and I understand that. I'm just a debater, and I like to understand it.
At a town that I worked with in the past, that they likened having staff support to, they're like, listen, I'm a volunteer. I don't have time to sit there and go through what's been submitted to me and check and make sure everything that's in zoning, subdivision, site plan has been complied with. So he's like, so I'm depending on you to do that review for me, give me a report, so now I can take that report and do my job and
it's
chat
a
with
lot
the
of work.
applicant.
What is that, like $1,000 a year increase?
What? Oh, we didn't change the total contract. We just
No, yeah.
it'll be fewer minutes.
Maybe it's 10 to 20
But
situations. I think I'm fine with that, but the increase in the fees, I think, has some thought to be put into, like when the last time the fees were actually updated. So did we just, go up 3 years ago, or?
I don't think we've ever been up.
I don't remember ever doing.
Yeah, me
No.
either.
this fee.
I don't think we've
And,
ever.
I mean, if you guys want to chance it, and we'll probably be fine. I don't know. I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
No, I think that's a good. I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So,
I don't, Josh, honest to God, in 10 years, I never remember.
That's fine then. I would be
Yeah,
in
I've
favor
never seen
of
it.
increasing the fee then to 175.
Okay, we got a second?
Well,
275,000.
no, yeah,
175.
for
Oh,
475 for all,
I
only
think
for
just
Charlie's
increase
projects.
it by $25.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Increase
I'll
it.
second that.
Yeah, okay.
there you go.
I'll make a motion to increase the fee by $25.
Yeah, and I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No, that's fine. I understand that.
Good, no, good, that's exactly, that's what we try to do, exactly what you're talking about. All right.
I just need the chair to start going to
Regional
pay
Planning,
attention to house bills.
2025 annual report.
Yeah, it's in your packet. I just wanted to include that in your packet so you
Okay.
guys could look at it.
Yep.
Does it reference us as a rural community?
Yeah, I just we put this together for all of the towns to go in the annual reports. A summary of what we've done beyond me being here for planning zoning board, but what the planning commission as an organization has done to support the town. I will say, we definitely could do more for Wakefield. And so things to like keep in mind and consider. So like, for example, this past year, we had some grant funds. So when we had all of the House bills and Senate bills that we needed to look at and review, the ordinances against, like I had grant dollars that I could use to give the town free services. So like a lot of that work that I did to draft those updates, you didn't get charged for. So things like that will have different resources available for.
I think it all works out.
So you guys
I get that.
You guys
know?
get quite a bit of administrative grants?
So that's something like we're doing a little bit more of. And we know like for towns, sometimes like taking on a grant, like from the state or a federal agency, it comes with a lot of admin. And all of the work that we do is grant admin or has grant admin. So like if you ever had a grant and you're like, oh my God, we don't want to give this to Dino and Michelle and have them have to do this work. We can do that on a contract basis for you.
So do we have, not besides that 150,
Yeah.
do we pay
So you-
every year a certain lump sum to
Yes.
be part of the
Yes.
regional
Yeah, so every year you pay dues.
dues? Okay,
Yes.
that's what it,
So every municipality pays dues each year. Your dues each year, almost 75% of your dues goes to matching other federal programs. So 50% goes to matching the federal transportation programs. So that's why, like, if you ever have anything going on like, with state highways or whatnot, like, call Colin in my office because he'll chase that stuff for you guys so your staff don't have to do some of that chasing.
And we don't absorb the fee for that?
No, I have that. No,
That
because
comes out of
what
the-
we do is we take your dues dollars and we use those. So
For that?
they go to match federal highways dollars that come through State Department of Transportation. It's a 90-10 grant. So what that means is for the total on the contract, they pay us 90%. We take dues for the other 10%. So that's where the majority of your dues dollars go, is to those federal transportation programs. So, so that's definitely a resource.
Sounds like our road should be better.
We're just the planning side of it. I will say, and Charlie, you were at the Gasset meeting and the Gasset hearing in Farmington. It's an ugly 10-year plan year
with
cycle, huh?
It's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. I don't think it's anything that's ever going to happen. But
Well, and the costs have skyrocketed so much that the existing 10-year plan was overprogrammed by $400 million.
yeah,
Just because of cost escalation since the projects were originally conceptualized and advanced.
so they had to cancel and
Cut a lot.
go to priorities.
Yeah, so a lot got cut. I think one of the things that we're looking at more is trying to be more creative in terms of going after some of the competitive dollars. So there's always the different, they're not discretionary, but there's the different buckets that they have. So there's transportation alternatives, CMAQ, which is congestion mitigation, air quality. So those are the different competitive ones that every 2 years DOT will do a solicitation for different projects. Those are the ones we can actually typically move projects forward through. And so like part of what Colin and the staff team that works with him will look at is if you have that project idea, they'll try and work with you to figure out like, would it be eligible for one of these competitive pools, and then help you to structure an application to move a project forward. So that'll be like part of what they can do. The other piece that we have every year is we have on-call engineers that work with us. So like as those projects are coming up, we can bring that engineering team with us. We pay for the engineer, not you, to help kind of just start scoping those projects, figuring them out, and kind of getting things conceptualized. So that's definitely something like, use us. We don't force technical assistance on towns, so I'm not gonna, Colin's not gonna show up and be like, hey, we're doing this.
Yeah.
So we want to do the things that you want.
What kind of projects
Yeah.
would those entail?
What those entail, so,
Are they only on state roads, or are they,
yes, or state aid eligible.
so like some town roads are state aid?
They're,
Probably if they're maintained by the state, cause like, you take 153, that should be kind of a town road, cause it's kind of town.
no, that's
But
totally, yeah,
it's
that's
all state, you
Yeah,
know?
and you'll get some of, like, you'll get some things that are not numbered routes that are still state aid eligible. So if you ever think, basically it's your bigger roads in town. So, if you ever have a question, like, we can look and check.
So how would the town, though, get a grant to work on a road that's a state road?
Oh, easy peasy. It's in your town.
Yeah.
So
So the grant would run to the town in that case?
yes, it depends on the funding stream, and that's one of the things that we're looking at, and that's actually you ask about grant
So we were
administration.
dissatisfied with some intersection on 153.
Let's use,
Yeah.
let's use Gage Hill for an
Okay.
intersection on Route 16,
Okay,
as an example. Is there,
so that's the one Colin's working on, trying to push DOT to move forward with the implementation.
I don't know,
Yeah.
this is the part I don't
Yeah.
like, is I have not heard anything since the time that I talked to them
Right.
at that one incident. And we've had other incidents since then, but I still haven't got any
Yeah.
So to
kickback.
improve that intersection.
Yeah.
Are there funds potentially available that the town would access to improve that intersection?
Yes, maybe. It all depends on which bucket of dollars that
That
ends up
one
getting
probably
pulled
depends.
from.
Potentially, the
Yeah.
town could say, we're gonna go after a grant
Yes.
to fix your intersection because we're concerned with our
That's
residents getting
cool.
killed there.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And
is
that
that
should
stuff
be
that you do?
yes, and that would be Colin.
Colin,
who works
okay.
for me.
Yep.
Yes. So, yes, and the safety stuff is like his absolute passion, his favorite ones. So, like, he's right now working with the state on it's a highway safety improvement program, rewriting their manual for how and what they do. So, but that's something where you have a location where there is a fatality, then you qualify for these dollars. They don't have match, I don't believe. And those are ones that DOT in theory can move forward faster.
But who would actually contract for the work, the town or DOT?
I think for each step, I think it's usually DOT, which is
So
good
the
and bad.
grant money.
It means
doesn't-
you don't have the administration,
it's-
but it may
it's-
not move as fast as you'd like.
Because it's federal money.
Yes, so it is federal money that is then awarded to the State Department of Transportation, who then allocates it out to different projects
So
across the
what would
state.
the town role be in that particular instance?
As you would be the key stakeholders, you'd be the ones who are there saying, this is the alternative we want, this is
How would
what
that
we need.
alternative get developed?
As a back and forth process with and whoever the project engineer at DOT is assigned.
Who at the town would do that? Because we don't have
So
an
yeah,
engineer,
so
town engineer.
it probably usually either, so it can be, every municipality assigns somebody different. It's usually gonna be like, if you have a DPW, it's gonna be your DPW director usually. Some communities, some of the cities where they have a planning staff will appoint their town or city planner to do it. Others will have, the smaller communities will have their town administrator do it. It's who the town says is the point
Yeah,
person.
but where does the technical part of that get done? I mean,
DOT, they'll take care of the engineering and the contracting and all of that end of it. Yeah.
I've
It's
lost
neat to
the
know.
red
So-
here. I'm still,
Yeah. But that
don't
there-
understand how the town would involve itself in that in terms of the
Yeah.
funding.
Yeah, so so in the like highway safety improvement program ones, it's the town says, I have a problem at this location. There's an issue. And so there's an application process where the town is the one who submits that application to DOT. It's selected. And that location they had the whole road safety audit done. And as part of that, like they came out, they did the road safety audit, they prepared the report. There's supposed to be some alternatives presented by the engineering team that was on that. And then the next step is to pick the alternative and do it. And that's, I think, that's where you guys are stalled.
So are you, not
Is it-
suggesting, but you're saying that the regional planning agency could provide technical assistance to make that process work
Yes.
better?
Yes. So a lot of what Colin will do is he's literally the person connecting the dots and getting people talking to each other to help move things forward. When a town says, I have a problem location, he'll help put together that the application to put it forward to DOT.
So how did that application for that particular
I
thing
think
get
Colin
done?
helped on it ages ago.
This
So
was
this
done.
has been a
this-
long
Yeah,
time ago.
it's been
That's
a
what,
while.
that's
Yeah.
my point, is,
Yeah.
is,
stalled.
this is, it's stalled, and now that we've had a few more incidents,
Yeah.
and dramatic incidents,
Yeah.
I went to the board of the
The Gasset hearing.
the Gasset hearing,
Yeah.
and I presented my case for the town, and we got him talking again.
Yeah.
And then now it's stalled again because I hadn't
Yeah.
heard anybody for 3 months, 4 months.
Squeaky wheel situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it, because when I sit there and I watch the chart, and everything on that chart has been diminished or recalculated because the funding isn't there.
Yeah, and everything costs more now.
And,
Yeah.
and now we may have been on the chart for maybe a re-go over on 153 in one part, but we're not on that board at all anymore.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So they've discontinued us and gone to somewhere else, which may be more, more
Well, maybe
priority.
we need to flood them, 153, the highway.
Yeah, but, no, very, very, very interesting, and,
There's just different things like that. And what I would say is self-promotion. If you don't subscribe to our newsletter, I recommend you do, because whenever there are different opportunities that come up, we're putting them out. And we do, every Friday, we have a newsletter that comes out.
Is it an e-newsletter? How
Yes.
do
Yeah.
we- How do we do that? Shouldn't the
Go to our
planning
website.
board-
You as an individual can go and just go to our website, and there's a down at the bottom. There's a.
then we just
sign
go on
up for
that
our
mass
newsletter.
listing, and you just send it to us automatically.
Huh?
You
oh,
go on, you go
Yeah,
on
you
a
go
mass
yeah.
list, a mailing
yeah.
list,
Yeah.
and you just
exactly.
get it
Oh, so there's
automatically.
no cost for this?
No, for the newsletter.
Oh, okay.
No, just sign up for the newsletter.
It'd be like me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
saying to all my friends, I'm gonna send you a message, and I
Yeah.
want everybody to see it.
And so, like, when there are different grant opportunities that we hear that come up that towns might be interested in, it might be something that we can help with, we'll put that in there and say, hey, this opportunity is available, reach out to, and we'll tell you which staff person is the point person for it. And we'll put that in the newsletter. So that's just like a quick, easy way to keep track of what's going on. And
Well, you're very intelligent, you do your job, I'm
try.
very good.
Yeah, thanks,
You know,
Charlie.
I'm just a little old school.
It's okay.
I like to make decisions on basis that I think the town and the townspeople would want.
Well, and also when the town voters adopt rules, my job is just to help you
Understand them and follow 'em.
understand them and
Yep.
follow them,
Yeah.
and try and
I
make your
will.
life a little easier. So,
And that's, those are the questions that I ask, is if there's a rule,
Yeah.
I need to understand it by seeing it, or is it just something we're requesting? So that's the
Understood.
whole thing. But very good conversation.
All right, how about the minutes from January 22nd? We were all here.
Yep.
So how about a motion to, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from January 22nd, 2026.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I don't know how Priscilla does these from the, from the tape
Yeah, she's pretty
myself.
frustrated with it.
Is that her right there?
Pretty much.
All right, so
Very good.
I think we're at the point of adjournment.
What about February 5th minutes?
Oh,
I don't think I was
two
here.
sets of minutes.
2 sets of minutes.
Oh, yeah, okay, February 5th.
We won't be
You
able
were
to
not
vote
here.
them because I weren't here. I can vote them.
You
You
can.
can.
I can, so let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
right,
right,
because I
so
can't
how
even
about a
know.
motion to approve the February 5th minutes?
Well, we have a Miss XXX here.
Right, and Priscilla and I both have tried to go back over the video to catch that lady's name from the solar company.
Oh.
And it's frozen,
Okay.
couldn't get it,
I'll make a
and she didn't
motion,
sign in
I'll
on
make a motion to accept the minutes with any amendments put forward.
Okay,
I'll second it.
okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, now we can,
That pretty much allows you to make an amendment to it.
we can,
If you find out her name.
Yeah, it's just, they've been having some issues with the, you can't hear it half the time. I was watching it and I couldn't hear it either, so. But they
well,
get.
she
they
sat
get
off
better.
to the side, as I recall, so she probably wasn't close enough to the
Yeah.
microphone.
Well, she came to the table.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
But it's just blocked out somehow, it
Yeah.
just didn't get recorded.
It kept freezing at that
All right,
point.
how about a motion
Motion
to
to
adjourn?
adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.